All right, man. What's up, YouTube? This is Michael coming at you. I am on Live Rich, Cambodia. Uh, it is Monday afternoon, about 4 o'clock-ish, something like that. And of course, it is hot as you know what outside. Man, it's hot. I didn't go to the gym today. Uh, had a few little things to do. I sent out a whole bunch more resumes for teaching. I got back one. I got a request back that my CV and my cover sheet, they wouldn't accept it. That I needed to go to a service that they recommend to make so it's properly formatted for them. I wanted to give them a 2-letter response. Okay, I'm not going to tell you the letters, but you can imagine what the 2-letter response was, right? Okay, I'm 67 and I've made a lot of resumes, and over here they call them CVs. This school wants me to use a certain service to go pay money to somebody to put the same information on their format and their paper to do it. I'm sure it's all like a little scam because everybody over here's got their little scam going and stuff. But anyways, I want to teach maybe, I'd like to teach 12th grade, 11th and 12th graders, but I'll teach 10th graders. I want to help them try to like set their career, their path. Okay. So many people over here, man. So many people over here have no idea what they're going to do. Okay? They're just going to look for a job. Okay? They're just going to go every place they can, and they're going to fill out an application. They don't know how to make PDF files. They don't know how to make a CV. Obviously, for a teacher, you have to, you better know how to make a CV. But anyways, they don't know how to make resumes. They can just go hand out, so they have to go in and fill out an application. And I have been to a few schools where I have a really nice CV. Okay, it's I got a template off of Canva. It's got my picture embedded into the paper. I used quality paper, very well laid out, and like I said, I use a really nice layout program. And I went into one school, okay, and they told me they didn't accept CVs. I had to sit down and fill out this long-ass application that had the writing so small because they had to have it in English and Khmer. And it was like 3 pages in like a little envelope. And I told them, I said, can I bring this home and do it? And they said, if you want to, or you can sit right here and do it, but I was not going to do it. Okay. I didn't want to be disrespectful, so I just put it in my little folder that I carry with me inside the class, and I brought it home, and I took it out of the folder, and I put it right in the trash can, man. Okay, listen. Cambodia is one of the most uneducated countries in the damn world, and they're wanting me to fill out this long-ass application with references and job history and all the rest of it. They're not going to call none of those damn places. There's just no way. Okay? When you make a phone call, okay, now Telegram's one thing, because that's like a messaging app and Signal and all the rest of that. Maybe I think Facebook has their whatever they have. But when you make an actual physical phone call from the USA or to Cambodia, or from Cambodia back to the USA, it's almost $1 a minute. Okay, so they're not going to call, number one. Number two, they wanted to know my supervisor's name, and they wanted 10 years. Well, that company might have a different supervisor, and they're going to have to stay on hold for a while they go try to pull my. They're not going to do none of that stuff. Okay, so I just brought it home, put it in the trash. Okay. So anyways, I would love to try to teach 10th, 11th, and 12th. Like I said, 11th and 12th being my favorite, but I'll take 10th grade students. people over here, they just go around and they just try to find any kind of work they can get. Okay. I got a friend of mine. She's 19 years old, worked at a restaurant, went home. She went back to the province because her mom got sick for a few days, and she was really the only one that could go back there and take care of her mom for a few days. And she was only gone for 3 days. She got back to the restaurant, and they said, "We've already replaced you." So now she doesn't have a job, and they still owe her money, and they told her we're not going to pay the money. Okay, so not only did she lose her job, but I think they still owed her for like some days she worked or something. I think $7,500, what she told me. She said, "What can I do?" And I said, "Learn a lesson." Okay, there's no Department of Labor. There's nobody to complain to over here, man. You can complain to me if you want, but I'm gonna tell you right now, it's a lesson that you've learned. Okay. Don't forget that. Okay? Don't forget that lesson. So, obviously, you guys saw my thumbnail. That's why you clicked on here. And one more thing. Okay. I know this is Live Rich Cambodia, but I have another channel called Goodbye USA, and I got 209 subscribers, man. Man, like I said, I'm not going to ask anybody to subscribe, but 209 is kind of a weird number, right? Doesn't just 210 just kind of roll off of your mouth better? Okay, I just thought I'd mention. I'm not telling anybody to subscribe because I said I wasn't going to do it more, but 209 is kind of like weird, kind of a weird number, right? But 210, it just has like a flow to it. All right. Anyways, to get in with the what the deal is. Man, they're building those data centers. You guys know about that, man. I see it all over the place, man. People are now putting data centers in their house. Okay? That is going to be soaking up so much damn electricity and so much of everything. Okay? Once all these data centers are built, there is going to be so many jobs lost. Okay? And you guys are not preparing for that. Okay? All you people, you see on the thumbnail, there's an individual. That's kind of an AI version of me, just in case you didn't. Right? I just did a quickie AI version. I didn't want to spend a lot of time, doctoring it up, making it look like I was younger and everything. Anyways, I just took a picture of myself, a selfie, and I just replaced somebody else's head with my head. Okay, that's somebody else's body. I don't know who it is. And I just replaced my head. The selfie wasn't the best, but I didn't really care. It was just going on a thumbnail, and somebody's only going to see it for a couple minutes, a minute or so, or something like that. Anyway, but for all you people that have all this IT experience, now obviously they're going to need IT people for to help, like, robots and the drones and the AI and all the rest. They are going to need those people, but I would imagine it's not going to be in the IT department. It's going to be in the let's figure out why this drone isn't doing what the drone needs to do, or the robot's broken, it needs to have something changed. I guess you could call that IT, but it's not really like IT. But all these stockbrokers and all the rest of this crap, that's all they use now. They use AI. People are writing reports. Doctors and everybody else are using AI. They're getting rid of these medical departments. It's just going to overtake everything. And it's coming. And if you guys don't believe it's coming, there's a reason they're building all those damn AI centers. Okay? And they're building them all over the place. Okay? Like I said, people are starting to put them in their house now in spare bedrooms. I'm not going to do that because I don't want wires all over the damn bedroom. And I got a spare bedroom, man. Somebody over there, maybe you guys come over here and check it out, man. Maybe you got a place to stay. But like I said, all you people that are into the stockbroking thing and the analytics and any kind of work like that that's going to involve you physically sitting in front of a computer and entering information, all that stuff is going to be done by AI. Okay, and you're going to lose your job. You probably went to a university. You probably have a 4-year degree or a 6-year degree or whatever it is to get that job. I would imagine you're probably pretty damn good at it. But I'm going to tell you right now, AI is going to be better at it. It's going to be better and faster. Okay? AI doesn't need benefits. AI doesn't need insurance. AI doesn't need a 401k plan. AI doesn't call in sick. AI is not late because it had a flat tire. Okay? You're going to lose your job. Okay? And most of you people that are working in those kind of fields, when you see the thumbnail, most of the people that are working in those kind of fields have these big, nice houses and these really nice cars that they're making payments on. Okay? Unfortunately, these companies anymore, they don't give a crap. They're just going to send you an email on a Friday afternoon, and you're not going to work on Monday. Okay? They're gonna lock you out. They're not going to be able to get access to your computer. They're going to send you just like a generic email telling you don't have that job anymore. And that means you're not going to have health insurance anymore. You're going to have to go on the open market and buy health insurance. Your retirement plan, I don't know what they're going to do about that. I have no clue. Like I said, that part I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen to your 401ks and all the rest of that crap. They might let you back in there to clean out your damn desk. I don't know exactly how that's going to happen, but I'm telling you right now, it's coming. Okay? It's coming. They're making these robots cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. Okay? And eventually, they won't even have teachers in school. They will have robots, okay, with AI that will speak every language on the planet, that will know the students by name, okay, that will already that can write on that whiteboard faster, cleaner, better, and explain stuff in any language that there is, okay? So even you teachers, your jobs are not safe, okay? Once you get that layoff notice, once you get that paper, that email that says we don't need you anymore, you're not going to be, I guess maybe you could find a job doing something, but the bills are going to start stacking up, okay? Your savings is going to dwindle, okay? Your credit score will be affected. As soon as you're a day late on one of your credit cards or that $500,000 or probably $1 million house you're living in, and those cars and all the insurance and everything else, your credit score is going to go down the toilet along with your job, and you're going to wait and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait, trying to find another job, you're not going to find one, okay? Like I said, I'm only telling you about Cambodia because that's where I live. I've been coming over here for over a decade. Been living over here. I tell everybody that for 4.5 years, man. And I can live hella cheap. Okay? Like I said, we have some little unexpected things, just come up like I think our Wi-Fi bill is due. I use a really good company. Okay? I'm gonna give them a shout out. I think it's called Online. I believe that's what it's called. I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong on the next video, I'll tell you guys I'm wrong. But I think it's called Online. Okay. I got 5G throughout the house. The company is an excellent company over here in Cambodia. When they first put it in, I have a router right up here, right above me, right above my computer, because that way everything's faster. And you got downstairs certain places, man. If you wanted to go in there and sit on the toilet and look at your phone, man, it might be kind of slow. So anyways, we called them up. my wife did, and told them, could they send somebody out here? We wanted Wi-Fi in the house complete, even outside, and right around our house, because we have a surveillance cameras. And they asked, could they please send out somebody to speak English, because my husband is a foreigner and he would prefer to speak English. So most people over here in Cambodia don't know how to tell time, okay, because they're always late, okay? And I mean, not just 5 minutes. I mean, they're like an hour late, hour and a half late. She told him, my husband's a foreigner. He does not like late people, okay? And if I remember, he was supposed to be here like at 9, and dude was here at like 5 minutes to 9, man. I was way impressed, okay? He pulled out his laptop and he hooked it up to the Wi-Fi, and he ran some wires and stuff downstairs. He hit them very well up into the drop ceiling. And he walked around with a device that sort of looked like one of those power packs that you use to charge your phone or something with. And it had like a meter on it with like a little antenna. And he walked around. He asked me first, he said, sir, I need to walk around your complete house. I need to go in every room, every little corner. Okay. And I said, have at it, brother. And he walked around this house, and he came back, did something on his computer, and walked around the house again. He did it. He was here for a little while. Okay. And he said, I got it. You have Wi-Fi every place in your house. I walked everywhere. Okay. I didn't see him, but I wouldn't be surprised if he climbed underneath some of the damn beds, because he was walking around. He stayed in the rooms for a while. Really nice guy. Tried to give him a tip. He wouldn't take it. Okay. So we have not had a problem since. Okay. Now, sometimes the Wi-Fi does go out because Cambodia is a third world country and there's power shortages, power blackouts or whatever. We have a generator, but if the power goes out at our house, we still have Wi-Fi because the generator comes on automatically and goes off automatically. But if wherever the Wi-Fi is power, wherever their servers and stuff like that, or if their power goes out over there, they might have a situation, or we've had a couple times where we've had to wait for a little while for the power, for the Wi-Fi to come back on. But like I said, anyways, we got some unexpected. When I say unexpected, I mean it's coming up. Tuition, car breakdown, just little things. But on an average month, we spend about $1,000 a month for the 3 people. My mother-in-law stays here 80% of the time, so I'm going to say 3.8 people, okay, for food, for fuel, entertainment. We spend about $1,000 a month, and I make way more than that on Social Security, okay? So when I teach, it's just like I don't know, it's just like a little extra thing, and I can always pick up little side job because I have a computer and I got good Wi-Fi, and I can make PDF files and send to people over here in Cambodia that don't know how to use a computer. They want something printed up or whatever, and I can do it on my computer in just a little bit of time, man. And they're kicking me down to $20, $30, something like that. Man, it's not a lot, but it is something, right? I can fill up my motos with the fuel. Anyways, but when you guys lose your job over there in the USA, and you will lose your job to this AI, okay? It's inevitable, okay? Don't wait until you don't have any more damn money, okay? Please start researching other places to go. If you don't want to come to Southeast Asia because it's hella hot over here, and Cambodia is in the middle of Southeast Asia, okay? On one side, I got Thailand. Other side, I got Vietnam, got Bali, Indonesia, got Singapore, got just all kind of beautiful places around here. Cambodia does have some beautiful places, but let me tell you, it's one of the dirtiest, filthiest countries I've ever been in, okay? They keep the tourist areas clean, but you're not coming to a tropical paradise. Now, I live in a nice sub-dam division over here, a really nice one, okay? And we've done a lot of improvements to our house, but we paid $78,000 for a house, You can't even buy a car on there in USA for that, man. So, like I said, put all that money, okay? If you think something like that's going to happen, especially if you got kids in college, man, and you lose your job and you're paying and they're trying to go through school without a student loan, anything like that, man, that's going to put them in a bind right there. That's going to put them in a hell of a bind. And not only that, if you deposit US dollars in the banks over here, there's some banks over here. I use Bank of Canada and I use ABA Bank, okay? They're in my wife's name, okay? The reason they're in my wife's name is because we get interest. My wife gets interest. I don't get it. So I don't claim it because I'm married over here, but in the USA, she ain't nothing but just a Cambodian girl, okay? She had no social security number, no nothing, okay? So anyways, they pay really super good interest for US dollars in the Cambodian banks over here. Okay, you put your money in there, you lock it in for at least a 1-year CD, and they're going to do everything they can try to get you to, after that 1 year's up, man. I got some money locked into a 3-year CD, and they gave me a hell of a good deal, man. So, all right, they gave my wife a hell of a good deal, okay? But the manager of the bank knows me, okay? I got his personal phone number, and I go into the bank near my house, and if he's in his office and he sees me, he comes downstairs to see how I'm doing. Maybe it's because I'm a foreigner. Maybe it's because I'm old. I don't know. Maybe it's because I got pretty good amount of money in his bank. But like I said, Cambodia is a third world country, and you're going to have to get used to it. But it's one of those things, man, you can live hella cheap. Okay? You can live hella cheap. They got some beautiful, absolutely stunning beaches in Vietnam. They have some beautiful beaches in Cambodia on the islands. Okay, and you got to take a boat to the island and you got to resort. It keeps the riffraff out, okay, because they can't afford to get on that damn boat. They can't afford the resort. So, like I said, there is some nice places. There's not a whole lot over here in Cambodia that's really super nice. They got 3 nice malls. They got their versions of Costco. They got a water park. They got a zoo. They got like a dinosaur park, where they got these robot-like dinosaur things. Anyway, it's pretty cool. Like I said, but if you look and see at any of my short videos, man, especially me riding a bicycle around, man, you guys are going to be like, freak the fuck out, because that shit is tore up over here, okay? So, like I said, don't wait until AI will probably send you the damn email. I don't even know if they're going to have an HR person send it to you. Okay? But the time where you go into the office and you punch in and you sit at your little desk and you work on a computer, especially if you're looking at like analytics or investments or any of those kind of like things, those jobs are going to be gone soon. Okay? And I know people personally in the USA that I tried to talk to coming over here, and they ended up losing their job, and now they're so far behind they can't come over here. They don't have the money. They just don't have it. They waited so damn long, okay? Don't do that. Don't wait so damn long that you can't come over here, okay? So all I can tell you guys, man, like I said, there's a lot of things I don't like about living in a third world country. And there's a lot of things that you will not like about it either. I guarantee you 100%. Okay? Things that you will see and smell over here will freak you the hell out. Okay? But it is cheap. You can see the house that I'm living in, man. I couldn't afford, I mean, if I had this same kind of lifestyle, if I had to make it on what I make on Social Security over there in the United States, man, I'd be living in some tore up apartment, man, with people standing all out on the damn balcony smoking weed and drinking beer and jumping on cars. And you know the kind of neighborhood, right? You know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay? With their Discover card probably overdrafted, right? So, all right, man, like I said, give me a chance. My email is in the description box. Shoot me an email. Once I see you're legit, And I see that you're because I've given my Telegram number, which we can speak on Telegram, we can do FaceTime, all of that basically for free. You just need internet. Okay, there is no call because it's an internet chat service that they have a phone deal on. Once I see you're legit, man, I'll give you my Telegram number. I'll take you around, on the phone. If you come over here, scout it out, see what you think. I'll pick you up at the airport. My wife's brother has a taxi. I'll get you a discount on that. I know where all the places you can stay if you want to, all the way from a 1-star to a 5-star hotel, man. Okay. Like I said, I got the ins over here. I know a lot of people learning how to play golf, and I'm playing golf with some very important people. So anyways, like I said, give Cambodia a chance. Look it up on the internet. When you're sitting on the toilet, looking at your phone, okay? I know everybody does it. I do it too. When you're sitting on the damn toilet, you don't know, you're just kind of scrolling. Just look up, just kind of look around about Cambodia, okay? And like I said, 209 subscribers on Goodbye USA. I like the way it sounds, man. 210. Man, that just sounds like a 210, right? I think that's a shotgun shell, 210, right? Isn't it? Yeah, 210 is a shotgun shell, right? Anyways, 210 sounds a lot better than 209, so I'm not asking anybody to push anything or do anything like that. All right, man, well, listen, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to upload this video, download it, sideload it, whatever the hell they call it. I don't know, whatever you want to call it, man, but look at that thumbnail. If that's you sitting behind a desk, I know it's not you because I put my ugly ass mug on top of somebody else's head on AI, man, and it didn't come out too well, but I don't care. It's just a thumbnail on YouTube, man. So whatever. Anyways, you guys have a good one, and be safe out there, man. I mean, just a crime in the USA just alone would make me want to leave. So, all right, man. Well, listen, I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so very much, and leave comments. I like your comments, man. You guys help me out about how to improve my channel, what to talk about, all kind of things, man. I like you guys' comments. I really appreciate them. I do. Like I said, I read every damn one of them, man. So, and I try to respond. I usually check comments at least 3 or 4 times a day, man. So if I don't get right back to you, it's because I'm asleep, because there's quite a bit of time difference. So, all right, man. You guys have a good one, and be careful. Be safe out there, man. All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye.